So we are probably really slow at starting the game, and that's probably because there was a whole bunch of just crap banter going on, and we're also just really terrible at cutting decks. That's COVID safe, right?
Shh. No one needs to know. Yeah, that's right. I shuffled the card that took off the top back to the top.
Yeah.
And I beat you by 1, I think, in this.
And that was like the third time someone had beaten me by 1, and that was all 4 games where I'd lost the dice roll and had to go second. Which isn't always bad, but it
feels bad.
It feels bad.
I can't remember what I kept for this game, because I'm pretty sure I kept a fair few cards. We probably should have watched this video before we actually started commenting, but...
Did we want to do that?
No.
Alright.
This is better.
This is better. Keep it live. Yeah, usually with the way I built the deck, I was hoping to have access to either a Toki Toki or a Unison in hand turn 1, which I had the Toki Toki in hand turn 1. I am fantastic at treating cards well. But yeah, that Toki Toki just went to shit.
Yeah.
If it gets picked up on my mic, my wife is asking if I got another tub of ice cream, and the answer is yes. So I don't even know what we're talking about here.
No, I can't remember. It was Tuesday night.
It was Tuesday night. Today's Friday.
That's right. Charge the things that aren't meant to be there.
And then your luck with your first 5 mils is just... I call cheats. Yep. Hit a Unison, hit a blocker, hit a Vegeta. That's messed up.
No, it's just good.
Yes, that's being good at the
Pete
game.
level stacking. Sorry, Pete's. Shots fired.
Shots fired, indeed. And that's right. Here's where I start making my first bad life choice, because you're like, yep, do this, do that, plus, and then you're like, pass turn. Yep, and then you say, no, I want to take it back.
Yeah, it's local. You didn't have to say yes.
I should have.
You should have said no.
I should have said no.
Should have said no, but it is local. It's not. If we're in tournament, I'd go, yeah, fair enough. No takesy backs, but.
Yep, no takesy backsies.
But this is just locals.
Yep, and you just see my frustration. Because
actually, I even offered to take it back there.
Oh, and yep, now we charge the Toki Toki because that's just doing no good for me.
Black Master is such a powerful card at the moment.
It's gross. I mean, I should have... Like, I've played Hatch long enough to know that Black Marseille just completely cripples the deck, so I should have put something in there to say, nah, you can go to hell, but... No!
What counterplays do you have in black? You got, like, 1 counterplay.
I've got the 1 counterplay, which is Deboro, and that's not going to do anything against Black Marseille. I think what I needed to put in is that Goku where you activate it in hand to kill something.
Yeah. Yeah, I honestly think that's a bit better than Crushable in a few situations, especially like late game.
Yeah. Yeah, and Crushable... Sorry, not Crushable. Crisis Crusher. I don't like it.
Yeah,
because
it's too restrictive.
It is restrictive, and I mean, if you see it turn 2 after you've done your turn 1 and maybe have a blocker on field, in my case, then it's dead in hand.
Oh, that's right, I forgot Hatch has that stupid effect where you can't attack more.
Yeah, no, I don't want to take crit.
That's fair, no one wants to take crit. See, I have terrible luck, I just milled a Bibbidi. Like...
Oh, Diddums, after your first mills.
Yeah, the world is balanced.
Says the guy with a board. I mean that doesn't look balanced.
No, the luck's balanced. I never said the gameplay is.
Oh, so the luck is balanced. You mill everything, and you pulled like 3 apes from your event packs. over the past week or two.
2 on the one night.
Yeah, that was messed up. That's next level stacking right there.
Yeah.
So I think at this point, my only hope was to just draw into enough of my one drops just to be able to play something or have a form of board presence. But all I had in hand was like Toki Toki, a counter, not a Gohan. But everything basically played off a skill, so I was kind of shit out of luck. One thing I'm kind of also realizing, especially looking into set 11 with Dark Broly, is I think the Kid Q engine's a little too slow.
Yeah, I like it because it gets cards in hand.
It does get cards in hand.
Dark Broly, it works because the 30Ks are food for your big Brolys.
Yeah.
So the QQ engine makes sense, and it gets you a card from your deck, and also its combo power. Because early game, before you awaken with Dark Broly, you are very risky against crit. Crit will hurt you early game.
Crit does hurt.
But the ball just helps you get around that, and you can always, it's a target to grab off Power Burst.
That's true.
So I think the Kid Q engine's like not the best thing in the deck, but it adds a lot of cards to your hand. Like, it's not uncommon to have 13, 14 cards at like turn 2 or 3.
Yeah. See, in Hatch, it's not so bad. In this particularly, I kind of built the deck surrounding the Kid Q engine. It doesn't show in this game at all because we never get there.
I never let you to stall out. Like, it did well against what was it, Dende Policeman deck?
Yeah.
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 It was funny. He thought he had control of the game. He did not.
No, I had control of the game.
Jake thought he was going to top locals. Hilarious.
Haha. So that puts you at what, 6? You went from 4 to 6 there? Markers on it?
Yeah, because you didn't attack my leader for some reason.
Well, I couldn't attack. Actually, sorry, I did attack. I attacked your unison with the Kid Q.
Yeah, that's right. You just couldn't. Yeah, you didn't attack my leader. Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't attack when I'm not flipped. Yeah. I think going into my next turn is where I make some really poor ass decisions.
No. What was the alternative to what you are going to do?
Probably playing more defensively. Waiting until I can get to maybe turn 5 to drop something big like the big 5-drop Hachiak and then just warp the Black Mask Sand.
That's right. I grabbed the Chomper back just because I needed more double strike.
Yeah.
With your leader limiting my stuff. And the one thing I was thinking was I wanted to keep that Vegeta on board. I was going to keep my energy on tap so that if you brought anything out and swung, I could just go, no. It's warped. But I thought Vegeks was the better play. Puts more pressure on, and then during Tom's turn, you'll see that it was probably the best play.
Yeah. And we do our shenanigans.
The imposter.
Yes, he's an imposter. And let the terrible plays begin. See, I feel like I really should have learnt the first time. Never tap out against Vegeks. Doesn't matter how defensive your deck is, just never tap out. But
I'd say there's a couple of exceptions. Green.
Yeah.
And maybe red.
Yeah, no. I'd probably agree with that.
Probably blue. Blue, not red.
Yeah, sorry, blue. Because so long as you've got like your sparking negates with D-Magic and stuff like that, you're fine. But black, the only counter I can really use is Power Burst, and you know, if I haven't got that in hand followed up by maybe like another Power Burst, I'm I'm losing.
Oh, the elbow on table.
Yep.
Realizing defeat.
Well, I think the elbow was on the table because I was like, do I play into the Black Marseille to kill everything now, or do I, do I do something that's smarter? I opt for the dumb moves, apparently.
I'm not going to criticize. That won me the game.
Yeah. So, is that truthfully you winning the game, or is it me intentionally losing the game?
You had no intention about it.
You're probably true. So we do stupid stuff with Toki Toki. Like, knowing that I had just defensive cards in hand, in hindsight, it's just dumb.
Yeah, what did you... Yeah, you had not even a scratch.
I had not even a scratch. I can't remember if I had another power burst or not. But yeah, and then I did that, triggered the Gohan, and here's where, again, I make just bad moves because I realize that your Unison's on 5 markers, you can neg 4 on your next turn, so the only thing I could possibly do is, swing it that, and then power burst, you just get the frickin' Dark Black Marseille back. It feels bad.
I probably would have left it. Yeah, I know. My Unison was thinking, yeah, maybe leaving the... It's hard to say what you should have done with the Gohan.
Yeah.
Is there any way to blow something up in your field without tapping yourself out?
No, not really. Yeah, I mean, the only exception might be that, I can't remember what it's called, but if you're at 3 energy and it's your turn and you combo with it, you can kill something. It's got 30k or more, but, I mean, the only thing that would have killed is... Oh no, that's Vegeks has 25k, doesn't it? It's the big one that has 30k, the 7-drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, for killing stuff like Black Marseille, there's... The only thing that would work is that Godly Aptitude one. You activate in hand to kill something.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see what I actually had in hand because I don't bloody remember.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't think you even had a single negate.
Because
no, you didn't have power burst because you didn't. I don't think you negated.
Yeah, because looking at my life total, my life is pretty high. I think I'm at maybe 5 or 6 life. But I mean, for all the good it did. I mean, this feels kind of really, really bad because viewer-wise, everyone knows what's going to happen in the end of this because my lamentations are pretty darn clear. Yep. So going in for what's that, like 35k double?
Yep.
Yep. And we took it. Because that gets us down to... I think I'm at 3 life now. So yeah, I think he bumped me down from 5 to 3.
Yeah. Yeah, that double strike dual attack is just powerful.
It is. I think just the fact that you can go 25k dual attack on a card that has very little interaction just is bad.
Yeah, but it's such a weak card, so you should be able to kill it in your turn. As long as you put it down to 3, you shouldn't be never at risk. The best thing I see is when people just put it for like, okay, he has to tick up. They use defect so he won't be able to tick down on his next turn. Not realizing I have one in hand, I'll just go boom and just go off anyway. Good players will put it at 3, bad players will leave it at 4 unless they have a way to make sure those 2 attacks won't go through. Which I still don't care because that makes you waste cards.
Yeah. Nah, that's true. And I think versing the deck as many times as I have, controlling that unison, I think is probably one of the key things. But it's more good for you.
Yeah, unless I'm struggling to get cards on the field, which does happen from time to time. It really, it just keeps my life up, and I'm just like, okay, well, that's fine. I'm still in higher life. It's like a pseudo deadly defender.
Yeah. and here's where we just admit, yep, that's done. Because you got one more double strike attack in, and you've just picked up a friggin' Barbity.
Yeah, I just decided to go all in here, except I withheld one Barbity just in case...
You withheld one Barbity?
Because I knew you had Barbity as well, and I wasn't sure what cards you had in hand. You had a pretty big hand, so I thought, just in case he gets out of this...
Yeah, because that ends up being what? 35, 40, 45...
It was something... I think I had 33 combo with Barbity there.
Yeah, something like that. So up to, an excess of 65 to 70k. $53. 68.
Yep.
68k is what you got up to.
I should have dropped one more card and drop. Yeah, you had it in hand, so yeah. I was right to be scared.
Yeah. And we visually, you can see it's not big enough. So that's 19k power, and then we just get the deck, start putting it in, and that's GG. And yep, no hope.
No, but yeah, Vegeks is fun, but it is. I think Brawler's going to be even better.
I think Brawler's going to be better. Much better.
It's controlled RNG, and also it's like Vegeks and Kid Q had a little baby. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Throw the leader away.